Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well. If you're in my area, I hope you're staying warm. If you're on, go ahead and say hello. I am just double checking myself here to make sure I am showing up in the live. It has been very chilly and I'm up in my cold craft room right now. So I tried to remember to turn on the heater a little bit earlier, but I'm really zoomed in, or really zoomed out, I should say. So yeah, if you're on, go ahead and say hi. I'd love to see you. Actually, I remember last time I did a live, I liked having my phone up in front of me just because I could see that better, whereas the computer, I can't see it quite as well. So I'm just gonna pull that up here quickly. If you guys don't know, we're working on our weekly challenge in Ashley Scrappy VIPs, and you can find that in that group in the featured section. Make sure you join that group. You have to request to join, so just make sure that you get on there and you can, you know, see all the fun that happens. I'm just gonna adjust my camera here a little bit. I'm sorry about that. Make sure we're gonna zoom back in the right way. There we go. I just am so zoomed out. It's so weird. So I'm sorry I'm moving a little bit here. I'm still getting the hang of this new system. And of course it moves sometimes because, you know, we use the system for other things too. So hopefully you guys can see a little better. I felt very zoomed out there. But yeah, if you guys are on, please say hello. I know it's a work day, so a lot of people are probably at work. But I do post these later, so you can see them later as well. So I'm trying to find, you think by now I would have this down a little better, but just trying to pull up. Oops, there it is. Perfect. Yeah, I just wanted to have this up on my phone because last time I did a live, all I had was my phone. I didn't have my computer. So I want to make sure, there we go. Make sure I can see you all when you comment. So, all right. So yeah, if you guys are on my Ashley Scrappy VIPs, every week I post a challenge on there, usually Friday mornings at 10 a.m. And you have until the following Thursday at 11:59, I just say, because it's easier sometimes, to post a picture of your completed project. So yeah, if you guys want to get on there and do challenges and hopefully get more pages done, it's a great incentive for that. So yeah, so we just walk through it once a week in case you get stumped on it or something. I just like to do a video showing it, and it's my first time walking through it too, so if nothing else, it could be entertaining for you. So, oops, I'm hearing feedback here. I'm just gonna make sure I'm muted. Okay. All right, so I don't have a lot to add this morning at this point, but I am using the Full of Wonder collection, which is like my all-time favorite collection right now. I think I've ordered it, well, 2 I got as freebies, decorative bundles, but I ordered it once and then I got the 2 freebies. I might have ordered it one other time, but I don't know for sure, at least the paper. And I'm finding it is perfect for our Disney trip because the colors were perfect for the Epcot Flower and Garden Festival. And then I was looking at it with the fireworks, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that works for that too. It's just, there's a very like common color scheme going through Disney, which I think is cool. And I didn't notice it until I went to go scrapbook it. So hopefully it'll work for lots of things. But this one paper under here is not from Full of Wonder. This is from, I believe, the Bedazzled Stars paper. And I was going to see if all this stuff was available before I hopped on here, but, you know, again, preparation's not my finest when it comes to doing these lives lately. So, which I guess shows that I'm getting more comfortable with them. So I'm going to see if that's, because I know it was available. I think it was a geometric, actually. Yeah, the geometric version is available, which is also great for Epcot. Not the stars anymore. But Full of Wonder, I believe, is still, yep, you can still get elements of that. Ooh, I don't see the paper though. Ew. That's scary to me. Full of Wonder. Oh, C9 results. Okay. yeah, I just want to let you guys know in case, you know, you like it. I can tell you, hey, you can still get it. And I want to tell you something that you can't get. You cannot get the paper anymore, but you can get the embellishments and the stickers and the mats, which I love all those too. So, boo. I love the paper. They just did an incentive with it though, where, you know, you bought so much from the clearance and they gave you a free decorative bundle, and one of the options was Full of Wonder. So when I saw that, I was like, no, it's gonna go. But so I of course earned 2 because I'm obsessed. So all right, so I did print off some instructions here. If you want a printable copy, let me know. However, you can get instructions on the CM blog as well. It's from June 3rd of 2024, that blog post, and that's all linked in my Ashley Scrappy VIP post for this. So yeah, make sure you go check that out. All right, so what I do is I just kind of look at what I'm working on here. I was debating using this one. This seems a bit dark, so I'm going to play around a little bit. I might just use another Full of Wonder just because Full of Wonder it works so nicely together. And I think that's why I love it. It just takes the thinking out of everything for me. But I really like the star paper for fireworks too, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I'm just going to walk through these. They said use a light blue watercolor paper for the base of your layout. It was kind of fun is they use Full of Wonder as well, so a lot of the colors might match up. We'll see. However, I was going to attempt to use this as my base, but as I go I might switch that. We'll see. I don't know if it's too dark or not. Cut a 4x6 variety mats in half to create a total of 4. So they're talking about these up here. So here's the pictures I'm going to use. I like to scope out my pictures first. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I thought that wasn't Do Not Disturb. I like to scope out my pictures first, just to see like, oh, I want these 2 to stay big. And obviously I'm not going to do the long ways. I'm going to do 2 big ways, and then I debate even going all the way 3 across and then just doing mats up here. But we shall see for sure. So I might trim it down. If anything, this will be my smaller picture up here because this one is more trimmable. I might do that just because I like that look as well. So like I said, we're going to wing it a little bit today, and that's okay. That's the beauty of Alive, is I can just kind of talk through it with you guys as well. So I'm going to get my mats. I picked out 1 at least. So I like this one. I'm just going to build everything on this paper, I think. These are just scraps I had that I was going to use for, you know, other pieces perhaps, or to map my photos. We'll see on that as well. But I am going to bring elements of Full of Wonder paper into this as well. So I love these mats because you can just cut them in half and you have, you know, some elements for your page. I love the big titles as well. In fact, I've fussy cut a lot of these and turned them into titles. Looks like I actually cut this one at one point. But you can also, you know, mat a photo. Let me get one that's better to see. You can also take these and mat your photos on like this. And my photos run smaller. I don't get the true 4x6. So 4x6 would fit perfectly on here, but I usually just trim it down. So these mats are very versatile. These are great colors for this. So I have this one picked out. I'm going to cut this in half right now because that's in my instructions. Alright, so we're going at about 3 inches. And there we go. And there will be a little lag probably, just because I don't line things up 100% great. So you can go back through and kind of line it up. But I'm not too concerned because I feel like it's going to get covered up anyway a little bit. So there's 2 of them. And then I can pick out another one. Or I could trim down, you know, one of these to the same size. So I don't know how much title I want because this is another title. And then I'll probably use a photo as well. And on here you can see that they used a couple of journal boxes and then decorated in the middle of one, which I could do as well. And I could always go back and do this. I like this purple as well. I might use the purple. I think this one's a little larger than 3. Oops. Yeah. I don't think it really matters which side I use. I'm more apt to use probably this side. But since it's more than 3, this mat is a 4.5 by 6.5, I think. I'm pretty sure. I'm probably gonna kind of eyeball it. Oops. And then I'm gonna like kind of meet it in the middle at 3. So right here, and then I'm gonna kind of go halfway through that square there. This is how I kind of center things. I always forget to hold the grid, and that's when I have issues with this, because I don't put my fingers here. I hold on to the actual element. And I'm learning that's not the good way to do this. And I'm gonna turn it, and that way that looks more centered. And then, yeah, so this will be a 3 by, oh goodness, it doesn't tell me. Let's see, so if it's 4, it should be like a 3 by 4, right? Right. Which actually, yeah, it's a 4.5. Okay, just making sure I had that correct, because that would kind of mess up the way I measure it. There's that, and then we're gonna go to 4. And that's just kind of how I center it. I don't do exact measuring or anything. I just kind of eyeball it. So there's another one. I'm gonna move my pieces. And I just kind of want to see how this is going to look. And I could use one of these to map my photo on too. So I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. I'm going to go ahead and just cut this one down as well, just to make it easier. And I don't have to center it as much as I'm just going to put a photo on there, but I don't want to cut it so far over to that you're going to see the white on one side. So I'm going to kind of eyeball this too. Oops. See, I did not commit fully to that, and that was my fault. Boy. I need more coffee this morning. My husband took it all to work. I had like 1 cup and I'm like, what? Super funny. This blade is very sharp, so I have to be careful. Not to I have bumped my knuckle on it before, and it did get me. When I first got it, I wasn't used to it. I'm used to my old doll one, so this one's pretty sharp. So I have to be careful. And I'm learning to actually, you know, shut this when I'm done, because a lot of times I'll leave it open. I'll go over here and grab something, and I'll forget it's open and then hit my knuckle on it. So just be careful if you have the new photo trimmer. It is sharp. It's brand new. You're probably not used to it, because like I still have my old guy over here that I still love too. So I kept them both. Like I can't. But now that I have the new one, I can tell how stiff this one is and how dull it is. So, but I still love it, and I'm not ready to part with it. So you're probably like me with some of that stuff, or you're like, nope, I'm done with it. Get rid of it. One day it'll probably go to my daughter. Let's just be honest. When she jumps back into scrapbooking, she's kind of taking a hiatus. She was doing it with me for a while, and now she's like, yeah, I like volleyball now. I like this, and that's fine. Kids go through their phase. I just realized how similar this looks to that. Too funny. That was totally subconscious. And like I said, if these aren't fully even, you can kind of overlap them a little bit, or you can go back and trim them. And it looks silly because I have 3 journal boxes in a row, but like I said, I'm probably going to stick a photo in one of these. I don't have to do it exactly like this either. I could shift my title more to the middle, decorate here, photo here, journal here, you know. So maybe that's what I'll do, because I don't like the look of all that together. So, and of course it's going to look completely different by the time I'm done, so it's okay. All right. This page is going to come together very quickly, just so you know. That's why I'm kind of talking my way through it. All right, so next we go to our next, it says adhere along top, so we can go ahead and adhere those. I might wait to adhere them because I want to make sure I like my look once I get everything else on here, and that's okay too. You can go back and glue things down. The only time you have to do what it says, you know, as you go, is if the next step's like, then put the border across it, which is probably what it's going to tell me to do next. But you can go in any order you want, as long as it's not pertinent to, you know, the next thing. There have been a lot of times I will put my photos on first, and then I'll build the borders around it. But I do understand, like, sometimes you gotta layer photos on top of the border. So you can be as flexible as you want to be, but know it might be easier, the instructions they give you to do. So, all right. Cut a piece of the purple ice in teal ink paper to measure 12 by 1.5 inch. Adhere along the bottom. So what they're talking about is this border down here along the bottom. Which is funny because I just see white down there, but my printer might not be good either, so let me pull up the actual screen. I bet you it's my printer. Yeah, I think it's that bottom border because it's 1.5 along the bottom edge So it must be down here. It just looks thicker than that little piece here. Oh, I see. They did that and then they covered it with the next piece. Cut a piece of white, and then I did a white piece of cardstock. So really you're cutting a border and then you're covering it a little bit too. I'm not going to layer that much on my border, but I'm going to cut a border from this piece of scrap I have here. So I'm going to get my big trimmer out. And it's at 12 by 1.5 or 1 1/4, 1.5. So I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to line it up at the 1.5 on this side. You can do the other side too, but I tend to go this way. Making sure it's right along your line. And you push and cut. Perfect. And I like that one the most. Oops, because I think it matches the best here. Yeah. I just realized I have something on my sleeve. That's fine. That's my life. I just have stuff all over me all the time. One time I went to pick my kid up at school and it was like last week, so it was super dry. And I realized I had pieces of paper sticking to me. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm a scrapbooker. I'm a paper crafter. So of course that started a conversation, which is cool. You know, I was like, I just always have paper sticking to me, especially in the winter. It's like, you know, sewers have thread sticking to them all the time. We have paper sticking to us in the winter typically. So sometimes other times too. Okay. I am gonna try. I'm doing my photos differently too, so I'm just making sure they fit as I go. It looks like we're gonna be fine there. I am gonna trim this one down with my handy dandy photo trimmer again. And we are cutting. I'm skipping around on my steps, I'm sorry. I just want to see what it looks like is all. So I'm gonna find, so I just finished step 3. I'm not going to do as many layers on my border as I did. I kind of want to leave it pretty simple. I'm going to probably add a sticker or something, but nothing like putting white and then this and then let's see. Pop her eyes. Okay, so then I matte their other photos here. Cut a piece of matte. Okay, they're matte in the other photo. Here. Oh, okay, they double matted. That's why. I'm like, how can I keep cutting mattes? That's why. And then, this is a 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. So sometimes it's very hard for me to trim photos that small, but since I have so many of the fireworks, I have more than this even. I've already done a page of fireworks. I just think they're so pretty and I love how my pictures turn out. So I print a lot too. So I took even more than I printed. It's ridiculous, but it's okay. So I don't mind trimming this photo down as much. So we're going for a 2 3/4 width. So I'm trying to debate. I'm okay cutting this out. That's fine. I might start at 3 like that, and then cut this way to 2 3/4 because I want the castle, you know, obviously semi-centered. It doesn't have to be totally centered, but semi-centered. And then it is 3 3/4 tall, so right about here. And I'm probably cutting some sparks out there. So let me do this. It's okay if I cut out the red one. 3 3/4, right? That's good. All right, perfect. All right, awesome. Get rid of these. I have a horrible habit of working on top of my work, so like I set my trimmer on there, and I don't know if that's healthy or not. It might not be because it might ruin something eventually, but it's just how I roll, I guess. And then I can debate if I want to matte on this purple or this blue, and I think I want to matte on this purple. I think I like the purple a little more. Yeah, I like the purple more. Okay. All right, we're moving right along. And with my photos, I'm obviously not going to cut them down to that. I want to leave them whole. I'm just going to go a different way with them. So that's the cool thing too about these sketches is you can work with them however you need to. So you don't have to feel like, oh, I need a photo that goes this way and I need one that goes this way. You can kind of arrange them however you want, right? That way you can work with whatever sketch your hand did. So it's okay. All right, I think I like the look of this, so I'm gonna go ahead and adhere this all down. I don't think I need my photo trimmer anymore. So, I do like this who, when, where, what, because I am a big advocate for journaling. But I know that could just be me as well. I know some people don't like to journal, and that's fine too. I do encourage people, you know, at least write in your scrapbook. Like if you can't be there to explain what's going on, oh, I didn't put the photo on there. Write enough so people know what's going on and where you are and what you're doing and how you felt. And if you want to, you know, not write how you felt, that's okay too. But I tend to like go through all the how, what, where, when, why, you know, including feels, like what was I feeling? And like, I love this title too. Moments like these. So fun. But it's happy, happy, happy. It's just too good. I can't not use it. I think I've already used that one once before because there was another mat that was a different color. It was more of a green and blue tone. And I used it on another page, but that's okay. Disney is all about the happy, right? Happy and magical. I'm trying to line this up better, so sorry if you see my head. Okay. Perfect. And it looks like I'm out of tape runner, so I'm going to grab my backup over here. Perfect timing. Excellent. I've learned to have a tape runner on backup when I'm doing a live because it always seems to run out when I'm in the middle of a live, which is fine. Because then I can walk through with you guys how to change it if you don't know how to change a tape runner. I could do that now, but my tape runners are way over there. Didn't come as prepared as I would have liked. All right, we're moving right along. Let me put my photo on there. Like so. Perfect. I love it. I like where this is going. Okay. Excellent. Now I'm debating what I want to do for borders. So on here they use these gem tone ones, which is totally cool. I like that too. It's got a very fireworky vibe to it. I was going to mess a little bit with my slide reel border punch here, but I don't know. I thought it had a kind of a fireworky look to it, but I wasn't sure. And the more I look at it, I don't think it's going to work here. At least I don't really like it here. So, well, I love this border punch. I don't think it fits here. So I think I'm going to go with stickers. I'm going to do very similar to what they did here. I think I might mat my photos first just so I know how wide those are going to be. And if I want a quick and easy way to mat, I have mats right here. Look at that. So I can kind of pick, I like this green because it kind of pulls out that green, but there's not much green going on in the photo. I don't really want to use my title mats, so I'm going to set those aside. I want to use more of these more plain, not plain, but more tonal mats, I guess. The blue's not bad. Purple seems to be the theme here. It's kind of dark, I think. So I could use this as long as I can cover up, and since my photos are smaller, which I could do that and you wouldn't be able to tell, but the other one might be a better candidate. I got all these little guys. These are a lot of journal mats. I have another mat pack from this collection that I got with my Buy It All bundle when they were giving those away free in the promo. But I do love all these little ties. True story. Yep. Loving this. I just can't get enough of these mats, so I'm quite in love with them. It's about the same blue. I like this light purple, but again, I'm not going to be able to cover that very well. I could go bust out other mats because I do have another pack of them, but I want to use up these. I think I might go blue and purple. I like the way the purple looks. I'm still judging this blue a little bit. Again, that's not going to work so well. Oh, hey Leah, I just saw this. I love the paperback. Yes, I am in love with this collection. It is my most favorite collection of the year. Last year it was Serene Waters. This year it is definitely this one. I guess this year being 2024. And the year before, 2023, was Serene Waters. But this collection is amazing. And yes, these firework pictures, amazing. I love them. I printed way too many. So this is like literally my second page of fireworks I've done, which is fine. I think I like this one better because it's got like the look on it. But I did have this little, I think I snagged it once on my cutter or something, so I might turn it. we shall see. But I think I like those two. I could always go back. This is just like the lazy woman's way of, I could use this too. That might be better actually. Matting photos. I'm like, I have mats, why don't I use them? I might use this because it might turn out better. I think I'm going to go those. Yes, I think that's what I'm going to do. This side's a light blue. So yeah, I want to do those. So now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do the Ashley method of matting these. I'm not going to measure. I'm just going to put them on there and cut around them. Mostly because I don't have true 4x6s, as I said. They're a weird size. They're literally 4x5.3 or something weird like that. So I don't want to do the math in my head. So I'm going to just mat them and then cut them. So what I do is I kind of eyeball them like this. And another thing when you're in doubt, pull out your little guideline. I don't know if you knew that was there, but there's a little guideline I can show you right where it's going to cut before you cut, and I love that because, like I said, I hate measuring. Leah can relate with that, right? I try not to measure when I don't have to, but I'm also not a huge risk taker, so I will measure if I have to, I guess. But I love that little guideline because it keeps me from having to measure so much, you know. I wish that would fit that way, but I'm gonna have to go this way, and that's okay. It's like perfectly the same size that way. All right. Just gonna set that guy right on there. Again, I'm eyeballing. And then I'm gonna cut it off here using my eyes and my guides. Like that. Look at that. Again, sometimes my photos, I put them on crooked, which is when I did a little bit. So I like to just make sure I'm not going to run into it at any point during my cutting process. I think that'll be good. Perfect. All right. Set him aside again. And then I can kind of debate which way I want to go with this. I like this one because it's kind of a full picture. You can see the lasers kind of coming out. But I like this one because the fireworks are like just dripping and it's just so pretty. I might go this way actually because I like mixing the blue and the purple a little bit. So there we go. All right. Go ahead and stick this down. But yeah, I am getting more and more, I guess, I'm utilizing mats more and more just because I'm learning, oh, I can put a photo on there without having to find the perfect color. I know it matches these, so I'm going to use them for that. So, and then I like the journal aspects, I like the title aspects, and this page is great because it shows all of those off in a way, so I'm pretty much in love with that. So I'm going to pull out my stickers here. Now I have a few packs of the stickers because again I'm in love with this collection. So I have some partial jewels here, but I'm gonna need the full. Oh, I like the arrows. I like that too. But I am gonna pull out my new set because I want to use those borders again. So, and I use more titles for me if I need them. But I do love these little hearts. Those are really fun. I'm just trying to think, is this where I want to use them? The arrows would be nice down there too, but the hearts fill more space. So I might go hearts. And then I'm going to go very similar to this layout here. I'm going to do kind of the hearts and I think the jewels as well. Because to me the jewels are sparkly like the fireworks and I feel like that works pretty nice. So I could also do arrows at the top. Do like one of each. Could be kind of funny. I like the arrows because they're a little simpler, but I could do jewels at the top, arrows, and hearts at the bottom. But I know for sure I want hearts at the bottom, so we're gonna go that because it's gonna fill that space a little better. The annoying part of these is they have all those centers, but if you pull it just right, you can avoid pulling up the centers too. It's just getting them started that's tricky, and you can use these little centers as more stickers. How fun is that? So I could decorate, you know, around my photos with the little white and hearts. So I love that. Okay, and then the trick is getting this on here evenly, and again, I don't do much evenly, so there we go. And I did overhang a little bit, and that's okay. Oh, how do I want to do this? I think I like the jewels on the bottom as well. I think I need more color on the bottom, that's why. I need jewels. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh yes, I agree, Leah. I think that would be a really cute sticker pack, having the hearts. I obviously am impartial to hearts with my whole cause. I love heart causes. But these especially, for some reason, just when I saw them, when they're doing a preview of this collection, I was like, I need it just for the hearts. And then I didn't buy the collection at first. Surprisingly, I was like, oh, I don't know if I need it. And then I somehow acquired a paper pack from it. I think I ordered one and someone didn't need it, and so I kept it and was looking through my Disney picture. I'm like, you know what? This is perfect for this. I think I want the arrows at the top, actually. Which I'm going to use this one up. And then I got it, and I was like, oh my word, I'm actually in love with this more than I thought. And so I think if they did do a whole pack of, like, you know, these heart borders and even the arrows, I would love that. Just because it adds a lot, and I like how it plays with the backgrounds. Doesn't matter which background you put on, it looks really cool. So it looks different every time. So I love that. And maybe they'll see the popularity of this collection and be like, yeah, we need more of that. Because CM will a lot of times, oops, I went crooked. CM will a lot of times see how something sells and they'll be like, whoa, that blew up. We need to do that again. Or they'll be like, yeah, that didn't sell so well. So we're not going to do that again. Which is great. It's a good business move. All right. So look at this. We already have our page kind of together. I'm going to decorate, I think, this one as well. Just so I don't have two journal boxes. That'd be weird. So I might do like another title. I don't know. That's a lot of titles next to each other. But I think I want my journal in here. So I'll look through. Now the trick is remembering this is the new stickers. These are the old. Use up the old first, right? Just so I can get rid of sheets more. But I do like these jewels. Like I said, the jewels just remind me of fireworks. These little sparks here too are very good for the fireworks, but I want to see what I have left over here. Looks like I've used a few of my sparks. So, and I could do like the little titles here too. I don't have to just do a title and another big title. Ridiculously Amazing was kind of apropos here, I feel. And it looks like I've already used it once, so I'm trying to remember. Hopefully that wasn't the last firework page, because they'll be next to each other, which is super funny. That's the hard part of like not scrapping in order all the time, because like what I do is I pick a subject. Like right now I'm working on Disney, so that's all the pictures I'm looking through for my sketches. And so, but in that range of photos, I work within it. It could be the beginning of the trip, it could be the end of the trip, and I'm like, oh, this worked perfect for the sketch. It's just, you know, it's a week from the last one I did. But yeah, so then I can't remember my last firework page I made. Did I use it or not? So we're going to start with our sparks here, and I'll just think, I want to say I used it on Epcot, but there's no telling if that's true. And I love working within collections because everything goes together perfectly. So, and sometimes I will kind of layer them, get a good visual. And I don't always stick them all the way down. I just kind of tap them and throw them on there just lightly until I know I like the look, or until I decide what I'm going to do. Which maybe this one just needs to be separated. Oops, and now it's going to hang over the edge. Oopsie. Like that maybe. And I need to come up with something bigger for there. Which, I guess to be safe, I could just take off of this sheet, because I know I haven't used these yet in my book. I don't mind if the same titles are in a book. Like I said, I already used happy, 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 happy other places, but I think I don't want them like next to each other, you know what I mean? So let's see. I could just look at this. I like happy little moments, but again, I want a very small title, if any title here, because I don't want to be too wordy either on my page, if that makes any sense at all. I feel good from the heart here now together. Well, it wasn't sunny at that moment. Let's see. Living my best life. This one's fun. I like that one too. I think I'm going to do that one. And I like the purple. So the other thing I might do before I stick this down fully is look through my embellishments, because that will add a little other variety as well. Which, you know, I have this handy embellishment tray, and do you think I would think to dump them in there? No. Super fun. Okay. I like the arrows. I don't know if the arrows quite fit here. We'll see what happens. Maybe a certain color. I'm just trying to create some embellishment clusters here, and I'm not the best at embellishment clusters by any means. I like that heart too. I might dig that. Yuck. See, and it ripped a little bit, but that's okay because we're going to cover it. Oh, I think I like that. But what I like about CM offered artsy add-ons now, and those are actually labeled like card kits, so you can know how to cluster them. So it's like, oh, take this embellishment and cluster it like this. And so it's really nifty for that. Sorry, I'm just like totally rebuilding in front of you guys. Usually I go off camera for this part, but I have a little time, so it's okay. I do like that title. I want to hang on to that. Oh, there's also In the Moment, but I feel like that could go over that. And I will say, one quote I don't like is the follow your heart one. I've always hated that quote. I know that sounds so dumb. But yeah, I saw that. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'll use that. So if you want to follow your heart, let me know and I'll bring it to you. It's just my upbringing mostly. It's like, your heart's very disabled. I know. And you know, my previous boyfriends would probably tell you that too. No offense to them if they're watching, which I doubt. Oh, let's see. Those were fun too, but I don't think they fit here. I think I'm going to work with this right here. All right. So we're going to build a little embellishment box over here. We're going to build our own mat, which is super fun. Let's see. I do like the arrow. I just don't know how well it'll work here. And I do like this title, which I want to layer without losing too much of the heart here. Maybe I can layer like that. Or maybe I'll just keep them separated and put the sparks around it. I like the look of having the two banners, so I'm going to put that there. And then, I don't know about you, arrow. We'll see. And then I think I'll put the sparks. Okay, I'm going to get my repositional tape runner, because this is a very dainty piece with lots of little intricate parts on it. And I'm just going to run this over it. And the beauty of this tape runner is that it's little dots, so it only sticks to the actual embellishment, nothing else. So the silicone mat keeps it from sticking to anything. Now, if you don't have a silicone mat, I tell people you can use wax paper or just do it in your mat and they rub right off. It's perfect for that kind of stuff. See, and then I go put the stuff on it and I forget what I was actually doing with it. It's super funny. Maybe I just want it right in the middle. Maybe that's what I want to do. And just kind of layer the sparks around it. Let me swap the purple and the blue, because that's too much purple in one spot. And it's okay if you like kind of go over the edge a little bit there. Yeah, like I said, I'm not great at putting clusters together, but I think that'll work for me. I'm sure it can be done better, but actually the arrow's not too bad. I just don't want to do too much either, so I think I'll leave it like that. Super simple. Okay, and then Angie, I have an idea of what to do. Oh, good! I'm glad you got an idea, Ange. Sometimes that's all it takes, is watching, you know, someone else put it together and be like, oh, I got it. So just see another idea in play. Oh, I just saw these little jewels too. Those would be cute. I'll stick a couple of those on here too. I feel like it needs, I don't know, it needs something. Just don't know what. super funny because when I was talking about these little sparks, now I have the, if you've been to Disney and rode Journey into Imagination with Figment, I now have that song stuck in my head. One little spark. So, can't sing too much because YouTube will flag me, but need to stick some of those there. If you know what I'm talking about, holler at me. My husband refused to ride that ride, so Lucy and I went on it twice because it was like a walk-on every time. So we're like, we're gonna go ride it again. We thought it was fun. I don't know. I couldn't handle it too much, but okay. And then I might want to decorate my journal box over here too, because I don't remember in my last firework page. I don't remember what it looked like, honestly, in my head right now. It probably had a similar collection. I don't remember if I journaled on there. So if I did, I'll just add a few more little things about the fireworks that I didn't put on my other page, but I need to go find it, and I should have pulled it up. But I might put a few things over here as well. So maybe a couple of these little jewels. Mix these up a little bit. Just in the corner. I don't need to do anything crazy. This light blue one. Alrighty, nice. Kind of like how that is looking, and I can add some embellishments in here too. I'm probably gonna do it off camera once I know what I need to journal, and just see my other page. So I want to see if they can go together at all. I didn't, like I said, I didn't really plan ahead, so I just kind of ran with it. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. And in fact, when I posted this challenge, I was gonna do a Star Wars layout. I'm like, I have done that before, and the pictures, as of last night, I was thinking about it laying in bed, and I was like, you know, those pictures would be better, because I was stumped on these pictures. So I actually swapped out 2 challenges I have coming up for different themes and pictures. So, because the pictures work better, which is super funny how you have these epiphanies at 3 in the morning. And so I walked into this totally not knowing what I was doing, which is super funny. I had an idea and then it totally changed. So, like I said, you can make this sketch or this example super flexible. You know, make it work for you in your pictures. So mine looks very similar to this only because it's the same collection. Like I said, this paper is not from the Full Wonder. It's from the Bedazzled Stars, which I think works fine here. I think those little light blues are bringing it out, and I like the shimmer gold in there to help with the fireworks. So I think it works fine together. Yeah, but I like what I see here. So make it work for you. You can be flexible. You don't have to be, you know, super hard on what you do and hard on yourself, really. You make it work. So, all right, I think I'm going to sign off, but just a reminder to post your challenge in my Ashley Scrappy VIP challenge post. Every week I post it there. You have to have it in by Thursday night at 11:59, and every week it's the same schedule, so hopefully it doesn't get too confusing. I have another winter challenge going on right now, and I'm like sitting there, wait, what challenge am I working on today? What am I going live for? So I almost did the wrong one. I was like, wait, not that one. Oh my gosh. So like I said, I need more coffee today. So yeah, I hope I get to see what you've done and follow that. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube so you can keep seeing my layouts, and I appreciate it. I appreciate your support. So I hope you girls have a great day, and stay warm. It's super cold. So take care, ladies.